Today on Public Eye News, the UP 200 race returns to Marquette, and later a downstate man is sentenced for possession and transfer of a machine gun.
Andy Jordan will have your weather forecast for the next couple days. Later, Emily Goodacre will bring you today's sports breakdown. I'm Danny Lunard.
And I'm Emma Ross. You're watching Public Eye News. The UP 200, powered by NMU, is back in Marquette starting Friday, February 13th. The race is a 12-dog mid-distance race and also counts as an Iditarod qualifying race. The course covers over 228 miles of terrain and starts in Marquette and goes to Grand Marais, and then comes back to Marquette to end the race. The race has a variety of monetary prizes, with first place getting $8,700 and 15th place getting $600. Along with the UP 200, there is a midnight run, which is an 82-mile run, and starts in Marquette and ends at the Ojibwa Casino on M28. The UP 200 is free for everyone to attend. And the Marquette Area Sister Cities Partnership will be sending a delegation to Kajaani, Finland this June. There will be an information meeting on February 21st at the Peter White Public Library in the Shiras Room. While in Finland, the delegates will stay with a host family and visit cities across the country. The Marquette Area Sister Cities Partnership has been around since the 1990s and focuses on cultural understanding and international friendship. The entire trip costs $2,800 per person. Spaces are limited to be on the delegation. For more information, you can contact Randy Jensen at 906-250-2788.
A Huntsville man has pled guilty to possession and transfer of a machine gun. In June 2025, 19-year-old Hunter Carter gave a machine gun conversion device to someone else. It's a device that allows a semi-automatic weapon to fire automatically. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearm, and Explosives executed a search warrant at Carter's home. They found 6 additional machine gun conversion devices, as well as a Glock pistol with a device attached. Carter is scheduled to be sentenced on June 9th, and he will face a maximum of 10 years in prison. And a promotional fast cash draw by the Detroit Lions has brought riches to Brighton County Lottery Club, the 126 Lottery Club that has only 2 members. Fast Cash is an instant lottery with a progressively building jackpot. The Lottery Club's members bought their tickets at a location southwest of Kalamazoo. They believed their tickets were only worth $50, but they ended up winning the big prize of $4.14 million. Their winnings set a record for the largest big prize for the Michigan Fast Cash Lottery. The previous record was $2.39 million. That record was set early last year. A legislation panel in Indiana advances a bill that aims to keep thousands of Indiana children off social media. The measure is now headed to the full House for consideration. CBS's State State reporter Hannah Adamson explains why some lawmakers want to take it a step further.
In the wake of Haley Busby's death, lawmakers passed a bill out of committee that seeks to crack down on big tech and social media use among kids.
7-4, it passes.
Bill passes 7-4.
Wednesday, Republicans on the House Education Committee advanced a bill that could place restrictions on how kids can use social media.
It gives parents explicit rights to say whether or not they want their kids to have access to social media platforms.
If the bill passes, kids 15 and under could no longer access popular social media sites starting in 2027, unless those sites obtain consent from a parent or guardian.
This is an important issue. Parents are still involved in it, but something has to be done. This is an epidemic that we can help change.
But some lawmakers say the bill might not go far enough.
I think the basic protection ought to take them up to their 16th birthday.
So I do agree with the concept that you're talking about here.
State Representative Ed Delaney says he'd like to see the same restrictions apply to older kids as well, and that he plans on proposing an amendment next week to do just that.
I heard some sympathy on that position from the Republican side, and I think that amendment might pass. That's a judgment call, but I think if we're going to protect kids, let's protect them through their sophomore year, not just through their freshman year.
The bill also stipulates social media providers must modify kids' accounts so they don't include any addictive features, something lawmakers on both sides of the aisle acknowledge could lead to legal challenges.
There's going to be lawsuits, but we need to send a message. If nothing else, the legislature is sending a message to our parents that we want to help them.
I know some states have been successful in their plight to limit social media usage for young people, and I hope the way our bill is set up that we can make it pass that muster.
The bill now heads to the full House for consideration, where an initial debate is expected on Monday. Reporting from the Indiana State House, I'm Hannah Adamson.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with your weather and statewide news after this break.
Quiero lanzar la primera línea pret-à-porter de Velvet.
La colección de Ana no debe salir adelante. La guerra acaba de comenzar.
¿Tú sabías que Alberto estaba vivo?
Welcome back. I'm Andy Jordan, here to take you through your Public Eye weather report. Starting out with our roof cam, it might be time to bring out the sunglasses as we have clear skies on campus here. Now taking a look across the map, starting in Houghton, it is 28 degrees, in Ironwood, 33 degrees, Iron Mountain, 29 degrees, and in Menominee, 26 degrees, with sunny skies all across the west side of the map. Now moving over to the east side of the map here, starting in Escanaba, it is 28 degrees and sunny. In Manistee, 27 and cloudy. Up in the Sioux, it is a brisk 21 degrees and sunny. And back here in Marquette, 28 degrees and sunny. Now taking a closer look at our current conditions, we have winds coming from the east at 3 miles per hour, with our barometric pressure at 30.25 inches and falling. And looking to tonight, cloudy skies with a low of 20 degrees, winds coming from the southwest at 9 miles per hour, and our moon phase is a waning crescent. Now looking to tomorrow, sunny skies, a high of 39 degrees, a low of 20, with winds coming from the north-northwest at 11 miles per hour. And looking towards the weekend, partly cloudy skies all across the board here. Starting on Saturday, we have a high of 38 and a low of 22. On Sunday, a high of 37 and a low of 28, and on Monday, a high of 39 and a low of 28. That's all I have for your weather. Now back to the news desk.
Thanks, Andy, for that weather update. Looks like sunny skies are here to stay. Now on to statewide news. MDARD has announced that the Michigan Clean Sweep program has disposed of over 4 million pounds of potentially hazardous containers of pesticides since 1996. The Clean Sweep program is open to all Michigan residents, greenhouse operators, and golf courses who want to help get rid of pesticides. Individuals that sell pesticides can also participate in the Clean Sweep program by looking for a Clean Sweep site. Fertilizers will not be accepted. The Clean Sweep program is run by strong partnerships across the state. In 2025, MDARD awarded over 19 grants worth over $400,000 across 62 pesticide collection sites in the state. February 10th was Safer Internet Day, and Michigan Senate Democrats are pushing for making the risks of social media and artificial intelligence in children more known. The Kids Over Clicks bill package is a bill that the Michigan Senate Democrats are pushing to protect young adults from the harm that comes with social media. The bill will prevent social media apps from providing addictive content without adult consent. The bill would also hold big tech companies accountable for unethical practices. If you are a parent, it is encouraged that you talk about your experience with managing this age of technology by taking the Kids Over Clicks survey on the Senate Democrats website at senatedems.com. And the White House has sent a new proposal to Democrats to fund the Department of Homeland Security and avoid a partial government shutdown set to take effect on Saturday. As senators debate ICE reforms today, the department's top officials are testifying on Capitol Hill, and the Minnesota operation that brought the issue to the forefront is coming to an end. Natalie Brand reports from the White House.
We've seen a big change here in the last couple of weeks.
The president's border czar Tom Homan announced this morning the federal immigration enforcement operation in Minnesota is winding down.
I have proposed, and President Trump has concurred, that this surge operation conclude.
Homan says a small federal footprint will remain following the weeks-long operation that set off a national debate over the Trump administration's immigration enforcement tactics.
It comes at a cost of the lives of 2 U.S. citizens, Renee Good and Alex Preddy.
Minnesota's Attorney General was among state officials and immigration enforcement leaders testifying on Capitol Hill Thursday as the Senate debates reforms with a DHS funding deadline Friday.
The White House and Senate Democrats have traded proposals this week, while GOP lawmakers have pushed back against some of the key Democratic proposals, including restricting agents from wearing masks and tightening rules around warrants.
It is already the law that you need a judicial warrant to enter into somebody's home, but that is obviously being undermined.
If DHS funding lapses, a partial shutdown would impact agencies including the TSA, Coast Guard, and FEMA. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
We'll be back with your sports report after this short break. Stay tuned.
We're here in Washington to find out what comes next.
Donald Trump won re-election, promising to reduce illegal immigration.
The Republicans will have a majority. Will that really solve America's migrant crisis?
Not only at home, but around the world.
They're preparing for what might be coming.
Our correspondents give you the full story.
We're now hearing several explosions after an evacuation warning.
For a global perspective, join us on BBC World News America.
Welcome back to Public Eye News. I'm Emily Goodacre with your sports report. Sometimes the most unexpected Olympic moments happen far away from the arena. Some of hockey's biggest stars are making headlines at the Milan Winter Olympics, and not just on the ice. Canada's NHL players include Connor McDavid, were recently spotted riding the Milan Metro during a day off, surprising fans who found themselves sharing a train with Olympic superstars. On the ice, Team Canada is already making moves. The men's hockey team is one of the most talked about teams at the Games, bringing stars like McDavid, Sidney Crosby, and Nathan MacKinnon back to the Olympic competition. Canada is also considered one of the top contenders overall, adding even more attention to the tournament. With star power on and off the ice, Team Canada is looking to stay in the hunt for medal as the Games continue. It's a make-or-break weekend for NMU men's hockey team. The Wildcats are heading to Big Rapids to face Ferris State in a crucial CCHA showdown. NMU currently sits 9th in the conference, just 2 points behind the Bulldogs in the final playoff spot, making this weekend feel like a postseason matchup. The Wildcats are hoping strong goaltending from freshman Oliver A. Young-Ashton or Double A and recent scoring chemistry from key forward lines can help them close the gap. Ferris State is coming off a strong weekend and will be tough to beat at home. Every point this late in the season matters, meaning NMU needs strong results to stay in the playoff race. With the postseason picture on the line, these games can shape the rest of the Wildcats season. Fresh snow, home slopes, and a championship on the line, Northern Michigan's alpine ski team is gearing up for one of the biggest events of the season. The Wildcats will host the MCSA Alpine Regional Championships this weekend at Marquette Mountain, bringing top collegiate skiers from across the region to compete. The events run through from the 14th and the 15th and will help determine which events athletes advance towards national competition. NMU has a strong alpine history, including national championship success. Competing on their home hill could give the Wildcats an extra edge as they look to deliver strong finishes in both slalom and giant slalom events. For NMU, it's also a chance to make a statement heading towards nationals. This is all for your sports breakdown. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Emily, for that sports breakdown. How are you feeling about the Olympics still going on?
I'm very excited. I just want to get out of here to finish watching the Team USA game.
I feel like they're doing really well. And that's all the time we have at Public Eye News today. I'm Emma Moratz.
I'm Daniel Lunard.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
The preceding program was produced by WNMU-TV, Northern Michigan University Public Television, in studios located in Elizabeth and Edgar Hardin Hall.